What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Lifestyle Podcast. I am your host, Sonic.
And I'm your co-host, Snuff.
And we have a special guest, Mr. Joey, Mr. Fake Taxi himself. Say hello.
What's going on, everybody?
You have to get on it.
No, get on it. Don't worry.
Nah.
Don't be shy.
Don't get, you can put your lips on it. It's fine.
Oh, okay.
Well, this is going to get dirty real quick.
This is fucked up.
All right. So, on this lovely episode, we always like to introduce some of our new members and all that and have some fun and get a take on what got them started with the builds and just their take on a little bit of everything. Mr. Snuff, what do you think? What should be the first question?
I want to know about the wagon before the Saab. All right. The first build I remember you having was a black wagon, and it just spoke to me, but I want to hear more about it. Where'd you get it? What was the first mods? Where were you going with this? And then what happened to it? Can you please give me that story?
Of course. Believe it or not, I bought the car at a Ford dealer.
That's that's strange part number one. Okay,
Just started college. Originally had a 98 Cherokee Sport.
Okay.
Oh, you were a Jeep boy.
I was. I
Holy
was.
shit. Okay.
Unfortunately, as good as the motor was to me, the body was rusting out. So I was
Okay.
like, I need something that's
Typical Jeep.
reliable. It's going to get me to school, back and forth up to Montclair State. A little bit better on gas than what the Jeep was getting.
Okay.
And then a couple cars here and there, trying to, nail down what would be the best. Look on Ford's website, boom, found this random wagon, had the storage, the space, it was comfortable, reliable on gas. Had no idea what I was getting into. I was just buying a commuter car.
No shit.
Yeah. I was like, hey,
Damn.
okay, what's a Saab? Had no idea. It's like, oh, okay, gas mileage is like between 25 and 31, on the highway, 18 and 21 in city. I was like, that's a lot better than what the Jeep's getting.
Yeah, by a
Not to
long
men-
shot.
Not to mention road trips, going down the shore, vacations.
Comfortability.
Exactly. Exactly.
No
So,
shit. In
jumped
a Ford
into it.
dealership.
Yeah.
And you said at the website?
Yeah. Ford. Yeah, Ford on 440 in Jersey City.
Get the fuck out. Wow, dude. Jesus Christ.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
No shit.
No idea what I was getting into. I was just like, yep, that's a car I want. Decided, hey,
Okay, so now the next obvious question would be, what was like the trigger moment or brain fart that you're like, I want to make it prettier?
I would have to say just looking at the car, I wanted to do some body work because there were it was a commuter car. So
Right.
it was just being driven, few nicks and dings, scratches, gouges here and there. I was like, you know what? I want to make the car look nice. So
Okay.
I was like, okay. About maybe 2 months after I bought the car, just driving and getting through the rest of the winter, I was like, I think I'm going to bring it to a body shop. I started working. I was working more. I was making, some pretty good money, keeping it off to the side, no bills.
Right.
So I started going around local body places, a couple places where I live, a couple places nearby. And then I was like, let me just throw a random one out there. I went to Mako. Mako
Shit.
up on Tunnelly Ave in North Bergen.
You got balls.
Wow.
I was like, you know what? Worst case is I get a quote I don't like, I don't go there, right?
Right, true.
I went to the guy. He saw that I was a first responder. He really wanted to hook me up, help me out. He's like, what do you want to do? I'm like, okay, I want to do X, Y, and Z, body work, correct everything, pull dents, get the paint. He's like, okay, what kind of paint do you want to do? I'm like, this is my first, time
Right.
doing this. Like, can you walk me through the process? He's like, well, we can do anything and everything you want. So I was like, anything? Yeah. I was like, okay.
That's how they grab you.
How does matte black sound? Just threw it out there right off the bat. I was just like, something crazy. Just do something I want to do. I want to do something crazy. Matte black. Okay, see what we do it. Wrote up the quote, got everything squared away. Called him up the next day. I was like, all right, I want to move on it. When can I schedule? He's like, all right, bring the car in 2 weeks. Brought the car in. Car was there for almost a week. Just
What
between
the fuck?
just between the body work and it was also slow season too for that. Yeah, because it was like just after the spring rush of everybody getting into accidents over the winter,
Right.
And then before the midsummer push,
Right.
because it's the best time to paint the car.
Now, try getting that done now in a week. Go ahead. I'll fucking wait for that one.
So, got the car back, fell in love with how it looked, and I didn't know at the time that difference between matte and satin black. Because,
Oh,
matte's
okay.
more of a chalkboard kind of black.
Right, right,
Satin's
right.
got that sheen to it.
Uh-huh,
So
yes.
it could be considered more of a satin black.
Okay.
And then from there, it kind of just snowballed.
No shit.
Yeah.
Insane. So, like, after the paint, what was like the next following thing you did to the wagon?
About 3 weeks later, I went with an entire sound system in the car.
Oh goddamn! This my
Pioneer.
my boy jumped quick.
So it was.
I wasn't expecting. I
It,
thought he
it
was,
was,
gonna say
it was a pretty
tints.
heavy jump, yeah. So I
Not
went
bad.
Pioneer, the head unit, all the wiring, the speakers, the amps, subwoofers.
So full audio.
Full audio. Full audio, front to back, left to right, top to bottom.
No shit.
Oh, yeah.
God.
Mind you.
Keep recording. I'm gonna go to the kitchen. I'm getting something to drink.
No shit. All right. So like after that, what was it like? Because of what? This was how long ago?
So this was between, I want to say it was June 2013,
Okay.
and then the audio got done early July.
Okay. Shit.
So
All right.
I went through the entire rest of 2013 just with that.
Okay.
On stock wheels.
Damn. All right.
Nothing else.
You have a lot better willpower than the rest of
No
us.
joke. I didn't know what I was doing. I was just like,
Okay.
you know what? It's just like I got the sound system that I really wanted.
Uh-huh.
It was comfortable for long drives. I had the
Right.
Sirius XM. I was enjoying it. It was working, going down the shore, road trips, whatever. The paint, it was something that I wanted. I was comfortable.
No shit. Okay. So like from the audio, what was like the next following step that you did?
From there,
Yeah. That
I
you were just
went-
like, you know what? I'm gonna change this.
From there, actually, I bought my first set of wheels.
No shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So February 2014, bought a set of wheels,
Uh-huh.
and again, not knowing what I was doing, what I was
Right.
gonna do for the future, I was just like, let me just buy the set of wheels, kind of make it look a little bit, like
Updated?
evenly modified
Right. Okay.
to say,
Okay.
and that was I was like, okay, like I thought at the time, just like I did,
Just going with the
and
flow
I did
pretty
I
much.
did the thing. I was like, you know what, I'm comfortable with it. I'm okay with it. That's it.
Okay. So when, better said, did the wagon ever see a show or some type of an event?
Oh
or-
yeah, yeah.
What was the first show you ever took her to?
So it's now called Import and Performance Nationals. Back
Okay,
then,
Carlisle.
back then, out in Carlisle, it was called Import and Kit Nationals.
Yes, that is the fucking original name. Yeah.
So it used to be Performance and Style was the next weekend, and then that the first show that they were technically having
Mm-hmm.
would be Import and Kit Nationals, and that's where the Saab debuted, and actually
No shit.
a Saab club that's out in PA called the Central Penn Saab Club.
Okay.
They host a show within a show.
Got it. Okay.
Nationals.
It's like Z Nationals. Yes, for
Exactly.
you. Got it.
Yep.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
No shit.
Yeah. So that was the first show.
So that pretty much like became a life of its own. Then from there, you just kind of started figuring out shows and
Yeah.
like meeting other people with subs
Yeah.
and
I
so
mean,
forth.
before that too, there were Saab meets that I would go to. Maybe
Okay,
like-
so before the
maybe
shows you did- okay.
maybe once every couple months, but it was few and far between. I
Okay.
mean, a big Saab meet would be 10 cars, and you'd have it at the Applebee's in Paramus. Yeah, that was a big meet back in the day for Saab people. Yeah.
Oh man, I remember the good old fashioned before meets. I've always told you, it was cruise nights. They were and they were fucking amazing, bro. That got you that got the itch out of your ass before the show coming up. Like you just wanted to just go somewhere
informal,
and just
hang out, and
Yes.
just spend
perfectly
time with each other.
fine, no bullshit, no fucking crap, nothing to
Oh, yeah.
worry about with nobody. Just go, you park, and you have fun. Or hell, you would pay $2 or $3 or whatever, and even do a little mini show.
All right, so hold on. I want to know the turning point from the wagon to what we see now in front of us. What's that all about?
A lot of porn. But anyway, no, I'm
No, believe it or not, it's
You gotta get on.
the sedan was actually meant to be a daily for the wagon.
daily for the daily.
Believe it or not, yeah. The wagon I was driving it, and just going back to when I purchased the car, a 2001 vehicle. I bought it in 2013. How many miles do you think would be on the car?
100,000.
Well, this is what, the wagon?
The wagon.
The wagon. I mean, I'll say yeah, like around the 150, 170 mark. It was way up there.
76,600
Shut
miles.
the fuck up.
Kid you not.
An old lady had it. An
Huh?
old lady had it.
I have no idea. I never did the Carfax.
I don't think Carfax existed. But anyway.
I think back then. I think
Did
back
it
then
really?
it was
Okay.
more elusive. Yeah, it's not. It wasn't as wide open as it is now.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. But because
No
you had to actually
shit.
go to the dealer to get the
And ask for the
Carfax and
Carfax.
ask for the Carfax. It's not like you go
Anywhere
Carfax.com
now,
and
got
you
it.
can print it out if you have like a subscription or something. Yeah.
Oh no.
76,000 miles.
Shit. Mm-hmm. Okay, that's impressive. Okay, I
So-
wasn't expecting that.
Going now we're in 2016.
Right.
I was like, okay. I blew the motor on the wagon, got that replaced. Had to start replacing some other parts because now I'm putting miles on the car.
Right.
Time to buy a daily. I went to Toyota.
Mm-hmm.
I was going to buy a Corolla, stick shift, just as
Right.
a daily. I was actually going to buy a Saab through the Saab dealership, which is a rare car, and they only made maybe 1,000 of them, a few thousand. Yeah, not many.
No shit, really.
Oh yeah, very rare car, and it's very rare that people sell these cars. It's called
No shit. Thank you, Bill.
it's called it's a Saab 9.3, but the term is Turbo X. So all-wheel drive, certain trim,
Oh,
certain
okay.
package.
Was that the time when GM had
control.
GM had control to Saab at that
GM
moment?
had control, yeah. And I test drove it. I was okay about it. The dealership would not budge on the price. So I was like, you know what?
Shit.
If they can't budge on the price or, try to work with me, didn't sour the relationship. I was just like, thank you. Unfortunately, I have to pass. A few months later, I ended up talking with one of my Saab friends. His son was actually doing mission work in Australia. And believe it or
shit.
not, he was going to sell the car for $1,200. Come to find out, where they live during the time that he's out there, $1,200 is a year's rent where they were staying.
Start the memes now. I'm not even gonna bother saying it. Jesus Christ. Holy shit.
Yeah. And by no means the car. I was not looking for a perfect car.
Right. Yeah.
I
At
was
that
looking
point,
for
you're
something.
not. You're never thinking.
I was in love with Saab. I wanted a stick shift, and happened to be perfect daily. It's a 4-cylinder stick shift, front wheel drive, and I test drove it. I loved it. And he did some things,
Right.
to kind of spice it up, but nothing to the extent that could be considered show car.
It's a good foundation.
Yeah,
is what I
of
like to
course.
call those.
Oh, yeah.
When you get lucky and you find them with a few mods, it's the lucky foundation.
Yeah.
Go on.
All right, here's the next question because I gotta know. So
I love how you wrote it down. You're fucking adorable.
mind
bro.
your business, bro. That's my cheat sheet, not yours. Fucking asshole. Your mother doesn't love you.
You're right. She doesn't.
Wow, how quick was that? All right, so we've gone over the wagon.
Yep.
How have you acquired the 993? Right. I don't know why I want to call it 995. I know that's a Porsche thing.
No.
Both very fast cars. I get it. The build up to date. Can you tell us a little bit about your build and basically walk us around your car and tell us how hard it is to acquire some of the
You're
parts?
missing some parts of the storyline right now. What
Oh yeah, hold on. Go ahead.
What happened? Because now you got the daily for the daily,
Okay.
and what ended up like the life of the wagon?
So when I bought the daily, I was splitting the time between the wagon and the sedan,
Right. Okay.
and I started modding the sedan while I still had the wagon. So it was slowly but surely kind of building up to the level,
Right.
to where the wagon was, and then things kind of just took over. I was all in. I was like, yeah, I did this, and this, and well, I can't not do this, and this, and go to shows.
Right. It doesn't make sense to not do that.
No, because once you
You make
jump
yourself
in,
feel better is what I like to call that.
yeah, because it's just going to be that constant itch is like, I want to do it. I shouldn't do it, but I want to do it. So I want to say the turning point between the both cars were 2018 timeframe. because I found that if I drove the wagon any more than I was, there were things I was going to have to replace because it was coming up to that 100,000 mile
Okay.
maintenance frame where you really need to start diving into the car because it's, and you guys know it, once you start going through like the internals of the car, after so many miles, how many seals or even gaskets or
time and chain tensioners.
Exactly. Yep.
Valve
All those little things here and there. And at the time, parts were very easy to come by, being GM cars.
Right.
But it's the task of getting the work done.
Right.
Because it's not something you could do in your garage or something that you could. I mean, you could do that in your garage.
Right.
But somebody who unfortunately lets the cars sleep on the street at night, not by choice.
It becomes a little bit more difficult.
It becomes
to get
a little
work
difficult,
done.
especially if you're going to take a 3-day work project of replacing, like say, the timing change. You got to tear half the motor apart. You can't really do that on a certain street in a certain town, especially. Yeah.
I mean, you could if you tried.
I mean,
you anything is possible. You could. Is it frowned upon? Probably. Would the car still be there in the morning, thinking that it's abandoned? It may disappear. Maybe up in its whole lot up in North Bergen, but
somewhere.
don't want to chance that. But I'd say that's when it kind of took over. Is that 2018 time frame, and driving the wagon less, driving the sedan more. Trying to balance out time, and then unfortunately 2019 is when the sedan became the primary car, not by choice. Unfortunately, was involved in a career-ending accident, if you want to say, with the wagon.
Shit.
Yeah, Route 21.
Never fails with Route 21, bro.
No.
It's always fucking Route 21.
Where did your dad have the accident?
No, that was Jersey City. That was Newark section of like 109.
Did he tell you about that?
Yeah.
Oh man.
Oh, yeah.
But that fucking road is trash as well.
Hold on, now that we're here, tell the listeners that story about Dad, because that happened recently. We didn't get to talk about it.
This was last year.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was last year. We had the daily of the tow pig of the expedition, the poor expedition, and he took it to work because the Tahoe was getting work done, and some guy decided to just park his car in the left lane of 109 Express. It just abandoned car in the left lane, just parked there. Not even on like some piece of the shore, just half the ass out. Long story short, Pulaski, you're doing what, 50, 55?
Easily.
On an easy, it's fucking 1 o'clock in the
even
morning.
thinking
There's
about
no traffic. Easy 55. Completely monster trucked over that, what later on I found out was an Infinity. It used to be an Infinity anyway. Monster trucked it, ripped out the front entire suspension, running board, cracked the front bumper, obviously, took the doors out, slashed the back tire, the back driver tire, and momentum is what stopped my dad on 109 Express. You gotta remember, you monster truck over a car. When I showed up, the 22-inch rim was split in half, and the other half was on top of what later on, like I said, I found out was an Infinity.
What was left of an Infinity?
What was left of an Infinity. So, I mean, the guy got, he was driving somebody else's car and some big old spiel, and before you know it, he wasn't even supposed to be driving, and yada, yada, yada.
He wasn't, you said, was he in the car?
No, thank God. My dad would have pancaked the living piss out of this fool. No, he was just chilling on the path, like all the way on like the local lane on that shoulder, just like sitting on the ground, like if he was on timeout.
Yeah.
Because my dad called, and he's like, I'm pretty sure if somebody's inside that car, I killed them. Those were his words. Mind you, we show up. He's just chilling there on the shoulder, just like that, arms crossed, just like leaning on it. He's just like waving us down. We're like, Dad, what the expedition caught on fire because the brake line caught, friction from it stopping, and it sparked, and it was like a little mini fire you can roast marshmallows on. Yeah, it was great. It was fucking great. All right.
When it rains, it pours.
Yep. You fucking said that one right.
All right. I'm glad we're past that and we have the Escalade now and everything's fucking peachy keen.
God, that sucks.
I am so grateful for that.
That sucked.
All right, so this build up to date. Can you go over it? Can you do a once over?
Well, I mean, once over will take maybe 25, 30 minutes.
Is that?
Give a fuck.
My man is writing a fucking novel.
No, that's the build list.
That's what I like to see. Holy shit.
Yeah, you
That's
want
a
the once
good-
over.
Fucking
That's
You got the one. You want the once over. It can't.
See,
Go ahead, hit it, baby.
He's fucking organized as hell when it comes to
Fucking
his
hit it.
mods.
You know
That's what
why
I
I
like
have
to hear.
this is because every show that wants you to apply to it, and you have to do
Copy and paste the
You have
fucking
to-
whole thing. It's a living
I
nightmare.
forget things left and right. I'm like, you know what? Breakdown as of whatever
Smart
month.
man.
Last time I did a mod.
Fucking, if that's an awesome idea to give to everybody, bro, write your fucking mods down. Because when it comes to registering for half of these fucking shows, you got to break it down anyway, and the last thing you want to do is be fucking having a brain fart of it.
Write them down, be specific, and be honest.
Yes,
Because some
you
people,
always
some people like to embellish, and if you're just applying online and you see it in person, you know.
Well, you just reminded me of one show that I went to. This was years ago. I forgot what show it was, but whatever. It was an indoor show. We were there. Judge is like, hey, all right, pop your hoods because they do the walker just to make sure they're clean. You know the spiel.
Yeah.
Go pop it up, clean. The guy next to me, he wasn't in the team. I guess I ended the lineup with me, and then it was like whatever else was next to it. And I'll never forget, it was a Civic hatch. It was an EK hatch. I'll never forget this. Really looked clean, really looked nice. Nothing too crazy, nothing to go, oh my God, nipples are hard. But it was clean. Whatever. The guy pops his hood. The guy shows his registration because he pops it up on his, again, no iPads or iPods or none of that shit, so it was a printout. Pops out his name on the file, looks at it and goes, where's the turbo? Because he had written down he had a turbo kit on the registration.
then
Guy's like,
got
where's
him.
the turbo? He goes, oh, it's right there. He goes,
No, it's not.
that's an EGR valve. Never forget that, yo. It's an EGR valve. No. The turbo's right there. Look behind it. The guy was like, okay, let's see the rest of the car. Just killed it right there. And then I'll never forget it. He took a red marker and just put an X on his folder and walked away because I caught it in the corner of my eye. I was like, oh, got caught. So yeah, guys, be honest when it comes to your mods, please. But yes, continue on with your list. Go on.
So, I mean, we'll start at the exterior, of course. Got to go outside and in.
I like my man.
Car's wrapped. It's not sure by now if any other cars have gotten it, but it should be one of 4 cars in the world wrapped in KPMF matte Sonic yellow.
There we go.
Sonic, and,
Yeah, it was meant to be.
Got to show a little loyalty. Got to mention matte Sonic yellow.
That's fine. We cuddle all the time now.
It's got a particular livery on the side of the car. Not that many people may have seen it, but it's
Not
gotten
that
around.
many. Not that many.
No.
It's subtle.
You-
I'd say it's subtle.
You are the fault of many stiff socks, sir. But go on.
No. Oh, I hope I'm not the reason.
But go on with the mods. We'll get to that part.
So there's a body kit on the car made by AZ Performance Racing. They're particularly making parts or aftermarket parts for Saabs.
Okay. Are they in here in the States or are they outside?
They're over in Europe.
Oh, they are? Okay. So
Yeah.
you did get it imported.
Oh yeah, that was a very big to do.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll say that's a one and done. I love the kit, but definitely if you're going to get something imported from out of the country and it's as large as a body kit, do your homework and make sure you're ready for unexpected expenses.
That bad.
The customs fees alone cost me nearly $400.
Puta madre.
So unless you have a customs broker that you regularly deal with,
No shit.
you're going to be paying the government a pretty penny. I didn't know that until I had to go pick it up.
That's fucked up because normally when you buy a kit or you buy anything really online, it tells you that the fees are already covered within the price that you're going to pay.
Yeah.
So it's one of those things that gets delivered. Boom, boom, done, dropped off.
I think because it was a smaller company.
That's probably why they were like, oh
maybe this
no.
way. But it was shipping.
You're fucked.
It was shipping plus the customs fee.
And if
Yeah.
you don't, is it true that if you don't pay after a certain time frame or whatever, they like destroy your package? or they send it back or some bullshit?
I believe it goes under like unclaimed freight. So
And then it gets
it may go to an auction.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because you're gonna ship it back. It's gonna cost you money to ship it back anyway.
Oh, yeah, so it's like a lose-lose.
So it's kind
Okay.
of yeah.
Damn,
It may get
400.
destroyed, but no.
If you want me asking, how much was the kit in
So
well, quote unquote with shipping? I
So
guess.
the kit with shipping cost me it originally cost me about $2,000. So the kit itself was $1,300. Shipping was $700.
Worth every penny.
I mean,
gotta
yeah,
say.
yeah, definitely worth every penny when you're looking
Worth
at it
every
now.
penny, not worth all the headaches.
That makes sense.
What were the slings and arrows?
Delays in production, errors in production. When they molded out the rear bumper, they molded out and cut
The UK version.
exactly. So they had the exhaust exit on the wrong side. They didn't tell me. Yep. They said it was a manufacturing issue with getting supplies. Yeah.
No shit.
So that, the error in manufacturing.
Uh-huh.
You had, of course, at the time with COVID going on, that was the thing that was getting thrown around a lot. Oh, COVID.
Right, yeah.
You know, we can't do this, we can't do that. Things are shut down, things are this, things are that. Okay, I get it. Understanding. And then get hit over the head with, oh, well, shipping prices have increased. So this is how much it's going to cost if you want to ship it out now. But if you want to wait until we get a few more orders out, and this at the time was in May, so they wanted to charge me an
Okay.
extra $300 to ship it expedited. But if I wanted to, no additional cost, I could wait until July.
Jesus fuck, man.
Yep.
They were bending your arm.
Oh, they were. Mind you, I'm on a deadline. My car went into the shop in April. It was supposed to be
Jesus
done in
Christ.
2 weeks. I was supposed to have the kit. I ordered the kit in February. I was supposed to get the kit first week of April.
Oh wow.
So now we're talking May. Car's done, ready to go, minus the kit. Minus the kit and wrapping the kit.
Phew. And this is even you hoping that everything was gonna fit correctly. Not even including the bodywork. Then you had to put into the damn thing to make it fit right.
And that's the other thing too, is you get it, you get hit with the customs fees, I didn't know about. I mean, error on my part. I should have done better research, but at the time I was just looking. I didn't
the
think
last
that,
thing
but
you're gonna
not
fucking
having
worry about.
anything of that size shipped into the country before. I mean, I've had stuff shipped in from Sweden, from Finland,
Right, yeah,
Germany,
yeah.
but never of that size. So it's just regular shipping through FedEx, UPS,
Right.
whatever the postal is.
Okay.
And now you get the body kit, bring it to the shop. It was supposed to be primed, ready for paint. Was not
Wasn't.
primed. The front lip, that was, now mind you, this is fiberglass kit, carbon Kevlar protected inlay
Okay.
with
Okay.
with the lay of the, I guess you could say it was molded
skin,
on.
yeah.
Yeah, carbon
Yeah.
skin. And a carbon fiber front lip.
Okay.
Front lip was not gelled or cleared.
Raw carbon.
Holy shit.
Dicks.
So it needed, and it also needed body work too. It needed to be sanded and prepped for primer because there were rough spots. Like, you know how like you mold something,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
you got
yeah,
those
yeah.
little
the
raised,
little
little
stupid little
raised-
pins.
Mhm,
Yeah, yeah. I
yep.
know exactly what you're talking about.
Yep, that was on.
No
So it had
shit.
to be sanded, prepped, primed. The front lip needed to be cleared, and just to get the kit to the car. That wasn't even putting the kit on the car. Thankfully, everything fit on. We'll say 98%.
Right.
To what it should be, but that's why I said worth every penny.
But just not worth the headaches.
Not worth the
Makes
headaches
sense.
after all is
It
said and
totally
done.
makes sense.
I got the car back third week of June.
Oh.
So a two-week turnaround turned into a 2-month ordeal.
Shit.
Okay.
Damn,
What else
that's
you
rough.
got?
I mean, brake upgrades. You got Anki M52 wheels. Little something to
Money.
spice it up. I went through the progression of springs, coils, and now I'm on air suspension.
There you go.
You know,
Okay.
D2 all the way around,
Nice.
3P management, the whole 9 yards. You know, best of the best. I could have gone with the leveling sensors, but I was like, let me not get that. Let me not. It's already costing me a pretty penny just to get the suspension for this car.
Okay.
You know, since that point, it's just been upgrading exterior lights to LEDs, all the turn signals,
Okay.
the driving lights, brake lights, all that stuff's LED. I just actually acquired the side marker turn signals. They're sequential LED now.
Oh, you were telling me
So I
about
just
those
got
too.
that.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
were telling me about
Yeah.
those. Nice.
Yeah, big shout out Combi Kyle for the hookup on that.
There you go.
Ooh, Eddie.
Well, once we're done, we'll
all
we'll
right.
give Eddie
No,
the
no,
shout out.
yeah,
Don't
yeah,
worry.
yeah.
Chomping at the bit.
No, you know.
You know, the only other thing exterior would be the underglow. Yeah, low glow kit. Couldn't be happier with that. Nice little touch, you know, to finish off the exterior.
It is bright. I do like that underbody.
I like how and all the different color options you could choose as well. So
Now, for the $1 million question. Where'd you come up with the side graphic?
the side graphic was actually a suggestion, and I went along with it for two parts because A, you know what, why not, right?
Yeah.
Screw it, just have fun with it, do what I want.
Exactly, yeah.
But B, you know, when I had the car previously wrapped, it was like a sunflower yellow.
Okay.
So going to shows with, you know, my Saab friends or my other friends, everybody who saw the car instantly think, oh, because it closely resembled a New York City taxi, they
Fake.
just throw
okay.
their hands up. It's like, oh, taxi's here, taxi's here. It's like, okay, like, you know, run with the gag a little bit.
You took the gag to another level.
It was another
completely.
level.
It was, yeah.
Some people get it, some people don't. Some people ask some questions, and I'll go with the second reason that people think it's a taxi.
Just don't Google it.
No.
Just don't Google it.
Nope. Do not Google, and make sure you are not in a
Work
work environment or an educational environment when you Google
when you
it.
do.
Yeah.
Now, the better question is the next stage of the build. What do you think? Where's it gonna go? What do you got cooking up there?
Right now, I'm pretty content with where I'm at. I would say if I were to do anything, if I were to push the button today, would be aftermarket steering wheel, quick release.
Okay, nice. All right.
I mean, I won a steering wheel back in September.
Okay.
Unfortunately, companies don't make a short hub for my car yet.
So you gotta do a lot of cross-referencing to see what would fit.
Nothing would fit.
Damn, really?
Based on my setup, yep. Because if you take the clock spring out of my car, you can't drive the car. Because it's tied into the computer.
It's tied into the whole thing. Mm-hmm. Fucking sucks.
But some wheels are turning right now. Some things are in motion. Can't talk really about it,
Okay.
but
My
there are
man's gonna be a guinea pig.
Things
is what
coming
I'm
down
hearing.
the pipeline. I'm not that. No, I'm not.
No, really?
Nope.
Okay.
Nope. I have a friend that
Somebody else is gonna be the
that
guinea
he
pig.
is experimenting, and things are moving along pretty well.
Okay.
Him and I have been in touch quite a bit.
So what I'm hearing is you're probably gonna be the first or second.
Ish.
Probably second or
Ish.
third, depending on how fast I can get this done. Definitely not the first, because I'll give him the credit. He
Right,
was the one that
granted,
reached
makes
out,
sense.
and he made that push to, you know, make the contact with the particular company.
Nice. Okay. Good. Look at my man's here making some good moves.
Hey, I won a $200 steering wheel
You
for 40
might as well
bucks,
use
so
it.
I might as well put it to good use. And I gotta live up to MC Slick's expectation, because, and I told him, he's asked me whose car or what car am I putting that on. I told him putting it on my car.
No shit.
So I can't
You can't. You
disappoint the
can't
man.
chicken. You
No,
can't
I
chicken out
chicken
now.
out.
Not
Nope.
with MC Slick anyway.
Nope.
Good shit, man.
But
Not bad.
Other than that, I'd probably say paint.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
So go from the rap to the paint game.
Yeah.
That's a big boy move.
That is a big boy move. I like to hear that. That's what I like to hear.
Well, back to the paint game.
A lot. Do I see Metal Flake in your near future?
I haven't gotten that far yet. I think I might do an ode to the OG though.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, bring back some vibes from the old past wagon.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Now my next question: would you ever find another wagon and quote unquote make it the daily
If the
and
right
kind of reverse the roles a little bit?
if the right wagon came
Showed up.
around, if the right wagon was for sale
Okay.
at a good price that I could say I want to just drive it.
Right.
If not, then I would probably go with a new daily, like a brand new car.
Got it. Okay.
Just to security of, you buy a new car now, you got a warranty. You just drive the car, pay for gas and insurance.
I don't think about it that way.
I mean, at some point, gotta.
Listen, you just
I
need a
can't- I
daily
can't
for
keep
the
dumping-
daily. Before you know it, Joey's gonna have his block lined up with all his cars, just like fucking Alfredo does. Hell, just like I do. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be fucking
But
great.
you know where I live, so you see that block where I live. I have the 2 spots up from my house.
Yep.
That's pretty much half the block.
That's perfect. So it's just gonna be his cars.
His neighbors are gonna hate him.
They'll get used to it. Okay, so bring in some homage. Okay, I like that. I like that.
Maybe refinish the wheels.
Okay.
Maybe I'll throw a little bit of flake into that. Yeah. It's still early on, but
No, but you know what? It's nice to see that the gears are turning because I don't like. I mean, I can't ever stop people from like, that's it. I'm done with it. I always tell people the same thing. You're never done. You're always gonna upgrade something. You're always gonna change something just to keep track and just to,
absolutely.
just to stay update with the quote unquote the times.
oh, absolutely, yeah. Tweaks here and there.
See, that's what,
Guaranteed.
that's what I like to hear from my man's right here.
All right, hold on. We've gone over the car, touched on it a little bit. Not enough to my,
Oh, God,
personal
here we
liking,
go.
but I want to know what Joey thinks about the car scene and where we stand between the Send It Meats and the Back Alley Donuts and the occasional Mustang slamming their wheels on the curb. And I want to know where he stands with all of that and where his car kind of fits in more or less and his stance on all of that.
He's gonna say fuck them all and walk off.
Yeah,
Mic drop.
Mic drop.
Mic
That's it. Out. I don't. It's tough. I think the car scene right now is in a. I guess you could call it a transition phase.
Okay.
There's a sharp divide between.
Z owners
who think they're Mustang
owners?
You're so stupid. Right now.
Transition, what?
You're so stupid.
Yeah, between BMW and Infiniti owner. No.
Yeah.
It's more of the enthusiast and the people who like to go to shows and enjoy the show for the worth, for wherever they may be, whether it's local, whether it's along the East Coast, or if you go out to shows in the middle of the country, thousands of miles away,
Right.
just for the fact of going because you wanted to go. But then you have the other group, and I won't say it's like adults and kids because there are both adult and younger
there's
enthusiasts, but there are
there's
also
both generations
the
doing both
knuckleheads
things.
that are, I would say that they're not about the enthusiast aspect. They just want to cause havoc. They just want to raise hell, leave, wipe their hands clean, and be like,
And be cool about and then be like the kings of Instagram.
I'm the coolest kid on the block.
Exactly.
I did what I wanted to do. What are you going to do about it?
Okay.
But those are also younger people, and also there's some older people as well that have that mentality. It's unfortunate because right now that sharp divide is kind of poisoning the entire
community. as a whole.
community,
Yeah.
at least in our area. I can't speak for California or Florida or other parts of the country where this may or may not be happening,
Right.
but at least what's happening in our hometowns.
I mean, we see it on the daily, and if it wasn't for the departments that say, okay, for example, that know us, know the team name, the banner, the sticker.
Yeah.
I see them pull over crotch rockets all the time for shits and giggles,
oh yeah,
just because they're the ones wreaking the havocs in the parking lots.
Yeah.
'Cause if you go to BJ's in North Bergen, well, I'm sure you got the calls. You show up there on a Sunday,
Yeah.
you see nothing but donuts in the parking lot of fucking BJ's
and
in North Bergen.
I just saw, and I'm not going to imply anything or presume anything.
Right.
Something that I noticed the other day is a particular, we'll call them a company,
Right.
came out with their lineup for the entire year for shows. One particular show in New Jersey is missing this year. They've been doing shows for the last maybe 3-4 years, with the exception of COVID. And I even think during COVID too, 2020, they held a show in state.
Is it a seaside show?
Yeah,
I already know.
Yeah.
yeah. It's a seaside community, not seaside.
Yeah.
That particular show happens to be off the map this year, and we had a discussion about events that took place a few weeks after that particular show happened to coincide with a quote-unquote takeover or unsanctioned, meetup in remembrance of a show that used to be towards the end of September.
Yes. Yeah. It's just like
H2O.
no, but you can't even drive to Ocean City, Maryland anymore
No.
because of all that.
Yeah.
And around that time frame, forget about it. You're asking for it. You can show up on a stock car. You have tins?
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Yeah. I've even seen on Facebook too people going down for, what is that, Cruise Week?
For Cruise
in
Week.
May.
Yep.
Is the
I don't even know what that is.
classic car cruise
Classic car
Yeah.
cruise day or cruise week,
week?
better say.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah. And people would go down, and they would just go down in their cars just to go and enjoy classic cars, muscle cars, OG muscle cars. Boom.
Canceled.
Pulled over. Oh yeah.
Now, mind you, these guys are driving 57 Chevy Bel Airs, 67, 68 GTOs, Fox body Mustangs. You're talking about Americana.
Yeah.
Maybe you'll find like one old school Datsun, but you're looking at that side of the car world.
Getting pulled over?
Getting pulled over.
And they're getting hassled too. They're not just getting pulled over because they're acting up. They're getting pulled over because of what the people back in, months before.
You gotta remember, in 57, there was no mufflers. In 57.
Yeah, straight
so you
header.
got a
Straight
guy
header out the
cruising
side of the
down the
car. Oh,
strip in a 57 Chevy.
Yeah. You can't quiet that down.
You're hearing a motor, bro. Catalytic converters was not a thing.
No.
And they're getting tickets. Like if they chop them off.
Yeah.
That's like the level that it's gotten to, that's pouring
it's
into that
poison-
side of the car world.
The shenanigans have poisoned the car scene in Ocean City. Just Ocean City alone have poisoned that area so bad. Any car event, they're bringing in extra police. They're setting up these event zones.
The special event zones.
The fines are tripled,
They're triple the
quadrupled.
fines.
Instant towing, you name it, they're doing it.
Oh.
Yeah.
And that's if you get lucky to get a show approved, mind you. That's he's talking like if you got lucky and the city was like, yeah, sure, you can have a show. That's even if you pass that part.
Yeah.
Because chances are it's just like you say anything automotive related, there's gonna be like, there's the door.
Unless you brought a car in on a trailer,
Yep.
you were getting hassled. And if you brought the car in on a trailer and you were driving it up and down Coastal Highway,
Good
forget
luck.
it. All bets are off.
They're taking the car with the trailer in it.
No.
Yeah, dude. It was bad.
That's how poisoned it got down there. Oh yeah.
That's how fed up they got. That's how fed up they got because of the stupidity.
Yeah.
Granted, that level, thank God, knocking on my, has not reached all the way over here. That's just because, but not to that, hardcore level.
With the exception of that one weekend, though.
Yeah.
With the exception of that one weekend. And I think that's what kind of set the tone for why that particular show is not.
And you
on the
know
map.
what?
Again, I could be wrong. I can't presume or assume anything.
Right,
Why they're
granted,
not
yeah.
doing the show, but
If you're gonna be a
put-
betting man,
you put everything, all the series of events that transpired. You look at everything that, and for face value,
Common sense.
can you not blame the particular?
No.
You know.
Yeah, no,
you
you're
can't
right,
blame
you're
them.
right.
No, you can't blame them at all.
No.
It sucks because not that bad taste in their mouths is gonna be there for a while.
Yeah.
Hopefully, in a few years, they'll probably revisit the idea.
Yeah. Hopefully.
If they do, because in the day, there's always that other end of the spectrum where like it's just stupidly good money that goes into the town.
Yeah.
That's what comes down to it.
Yep.
But it's a shame. I think when you came into the car scene, you said it was what, 12, 13, you said?
So I started getting involved in 2013, but it was primarily with just Saabs.
Okay.
Yeah.
But you know what? That was still a good era.
Yeah.
That was still a good
When did
era.
I join the team?
You have been with us right before COVID. If I would say like a month or two before COVID. Yeah. Yeah.
No, I joined the end of 2018 into 2019.
When the fuck did COVID start?
End
February,
of 2019
March.
into 2020.
February, March.
Of 2020.
Go
Yeah.
on.
So it was
Yes.
about a year.
Yeah.
But you know what I mean? It's one of those things that era was still like okay. Like meats weren't a thing.
Yeah.
Like the term meat wasn't there yet.
Oh, and don't get me wrong, too. Even today, there are meets that are going on that are completely by the book, calm, cool, collected. Anybody who acts
Yeah.
up, they're asked to leave. We did that Toys for Tots thing back in December, down in Tom's River.
Okay. Yes, you're right. You're right.
That was more or less a meet.
Cold as a motherfucker.
it was
oh
cold,
my
all right.
God.
It was cold, but you know what? Everybody acted how they should.
Balls went inside, bro. That's how cold it was.
I didn't go.
It's all right, man.
Joey,
George, finish my car.
Listen, you can't rush perfection.
you can't. In this game, it
can't.
sucks. It sucks, but you know what? It's all worth it in the end. I always told you the same thing.
Because what did I tell you too?
You said I'm gonna beat Eddie at true.
Yeah, you stupid. No, you can't. You can't rush it, man.
No.
Like I said,
you-
sometimes you get lucky and you get all your ideas out the first time. You happen to have some good ideas. You just happen to split them up in like 3 different visits,
Started, yeah, no,
which is fine.
Yeah.
It happens.
idiot.
It happens to everybody.
It's all right. I mean, my car had to go through 4 different
There you go.
color designs just to get to something that I was actually happy with.
Think about it. How many versions of the Z have you literally built from
4.
day one?
Yeah.
Chances are the common car guy that builds it for shows and like really start to get it out there, you go through 4 like life changes of the car. Because that baby one is just you like entering it.
Yeah. You're dipping your toe into the water.
Exactly. That's all it is.
That's the pretty wheels off eBay.
Yeah, like, hey, you know what? Those wheels are really cool. I like them.
Yeah. Pretty wheels, stickers,
Front
tints.
lip and like tints, and let's see where it goes from there.
Yeah.
Wraps started becoming more popular. You went with wrap. And you went with a crazy color. You know what I mean? It's one of those things. Now you start, you know what it is? You start refining your own idea and your own vision of the car. Like I said, it is going to get to the point that you are
Yeah.
going to go by like months, maybe a year, maybe 2 years. That you're really not going to add anything to the car because you're happy the way it is.
Exactly. Yeah.
But you know what? If a faster, screen shows up, faster tablet, you're going to swap it. Why? Because that tablet does more things. Maybe it has more video outputs.
Yeah. Once you did it, it's just a little tinkering here and there.
It's the tinkering that you deal with.
Yeah.
Perfect example. Me with blue. What did I really change in a span of, because I took like 4 years that I was just like, I'm good, everything's working. I've done the maintenance. Now's what I'm gonna do, brakes now, change up the tires.
Okay. No, you're right.
You know what I mean? I got a little bit creative with the taillights last year and the headlights again last year. Did I need to fucking open those damn things?
No.
No, but I did it because, one, I'm stupid. And I wanted to put myself in that misery again.
But you know what? You have the
But you
car
mo-
basically complete,
But
and
you
it's those little
modernize
things.
yourself.
Those little things can actually stand out the largest.
Yeah. For
know-
example, I swapped out, didn't I show you every single old neon tube? Eddie's going to hear this episode and laugh. Every single old glass underbody kit. Neon. The
OG
glass
neon.
tube, the
OG
gas
neon.
with the line, the copper line. Yeah. I swapped out because, back then I decided to go fucking retarded and buy like 3 of those underbody kits and connect them all underneath the car. The power that one LED kit does now.
Yeah.
Is
You needed the extra. You needed the extra.
bro, when
lighting
you wanted
just to satisfy.
Yeah, you
what
wanted to
see now.
drive You didn't want to see a cute little light. No. You wanted to see, motherfucker, that's a UFO.
Yeah.
E.T.'s coming to put his finger in my butthole right now. Like, that's what the fuck is coming down this road right now. That's what you wanted.
Yeah. You basically want Rainbow Road going down Route 3.
Yeah. Like, you wanted that ticket.
You want to be seen.
wanted
Yeah.
to get pulled
If you pass the cop and you didn't get the ticket, you're like, what,
Yeah,
not enough
what
light?
the fuck?
Okay,
Not
that's
enough
it.
light.
All right, next weekend, that's
Bring
it.
it on,
Another
pussy.
tube.
Bring
it on.
pussy. I swear to God, dude. And then, honestly, they would pull me over, and I would still have the balls from back then to be like, what neon lights?
Turn them off.
What lights? The cop would just be like, I can see you from 5 blocks down. Are you shitting me? I go, oh, my bad. I'll just look at the window and go, sorry, forgot I had those on. But deep down, I was like,
Yeah.
they work. They're bright.
It's that acknowledgement. It's
Yeah.
like, I know I'm doing something wrong, but I'm also doing something right.
Yeah. But honest to God, the power of one LED kit now
Yeah.
was 3, street glow underbodies from back in the day. Blue line or gold line for all the old schoolers that are listening to me right now.
The fuck
I
does
think
that mean?
the blue line was the poor man's underbody kit from Street Glow, which was like $200. And it had, honest to God, you know what the fucking difference was? Street Glow, fuck you guys. Because honestly, the blue line just had normal wire, red and black wire. And you connected them individually. But if you had the big boy money and you bought the gold line, I never bought the gold line. But if you had the gold line, all the wires were like fused together. It was nice and wrapped, and they were all connected to each other. So you just go, plug it in.
So it's pretty much a
plug it
sequential
in,
system.
like a sequential system. You want to know what the fucked up part was? Blow one of those tubes, bro. The rest of your shit stopped working. Yep, that was a thing. But you know what became the popularity of that? The first Fast and the Furious movie.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
After that eclipse, with that green underbody showed up on the screen,
Everybody wanted it.
Street Glow sold out. Because back then it was just strictly Street Glow. They were the only ones in the market.
Huh.
It's not like now they have a XK Glow and they have LED Glow.
Low glow.
And low glow now. Back then, Street Glow was king of the market.
Yeah, they had the monopoly.
They had the monopoly on it. Until the rest of the ones started showing up later on with already LED technology. It started becoming slowly popular. But back then, when LED Glow first came out, Jesus Christ, their underbody kit was like $400, $500.
Yeah.
The tech was expensive. It's not what it is now.
No.
You could buy an LED dial for like 5 cents.
Yeah.
And now a good low glow kit will run you 300.
Yeah, but that's custom made to the length of your car, if I'm not mistaken.
So the kit itself, you specify the strips in the front, the sides, and the rear, the length.
So it is built
It's-
to your specs, right?
Yeah, it's 100% built. I wouldn't say necessarily built to spec. It's not necessarily a car application. It's just the length.
Okay.
You're just specking out the length. So they'll have, let's say on the side, they'll have 76 inches, 78 inches, 82 inches, whatever, and you click it, and that's what they're measuring out the strip.
Okay.
Soldering, doing the
doing the whole thing.
doing the whole waterproofing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now,
'Cause
the
other
Bluetooth
stuff-
application that they use, is that the famous Ghost box, or is that their own specific one that they came out with?
They're using what is it called?
I love how we just got into like lighting all of a sudden.
Magic,
Fucking
Magic
left field.
LED. Magic LED.
Magic LED.
Magic
okay.
LED. But the beauty about low glow as well, and I was having this problem. Remember when it was getting cold and my battery was dying?
Okay, yeah, you were telling me.
They have a manual button switch.
Okay, so you
if
can kill it
So
if you needed to.
You can. So it's if you have the switch on and you turn the Bluetooth off, the system is still on, but it's off through the Bluetooth.
Got
If
it,
you just
okay.
want to have it on and off, and you run that button switch into your cabin, and you have it under your dash,
You don't technically
you could just hit the
need-
button on and off. Whatever color you decide through Bluetooth, whether it's blue, red, yellow, green, or they have the color wheel,
okay.
or
Will
if you
stay in
have,
memory.
We'll stay in like in
it'll
its
stay in
memory.
memory, and then next time you push the button, turn it on,
It'll
boom,
be there.
It's on.
Oh,
it's on. It's
shit.
good to go.
That is pretty cool, actually. I didn't know that about
I've heard of different companies out there with other underglow kits. I've heard of people knocking low glow. Honestly, Patty and the guys at Low Glow.
See, the
top
thing, it
notch.
sucks because I've been wanting to get a kit from them to play with.
Yeah.
But every single time I'll go to the website, they're fucking
So,
sold out. I have to be on the stupid waiting list.
I'm
It's
not
hit me every
sure-
single time.
I'm not sure what they did with their recent release,
Mm-hmm.
but go on their website, and I'm not sure if they have stuff in stock now.
Okay.
Normally,
I'll check it out.
or if they have it for pre-order, because they did something on their site where you could actually go on their site, and unless it changed within the last few days,
Mm-hmm.
you could actually go on their site, add something to cart, and pay for it. I don't know if you're pre-ordering it or if you're actually ordering it, because
okay.
they've expanded quite a bit in the last year alone.
No shit.
Yeah,
That's
so
awesome.
they've been cranking out kits left and right. You know,
Yeah,
when
they used to
do
do
these
it in a few
releases.
batches,
Yeah.
sell out,
Yeah.
wait, they will build a few more, and then release as like another release.
Yeah.
It just sucks because bad timing, because every single time I'll be like, oh, that's right, logo. I'll go
Yeah.
check it out, I'll be like, sold out. I'm like, oh, whatever, I'll try later.
Yeah.
Well, there's one thing if I'm dreading anything at all, it's going to be putting lights in every fucking vent for this stupid fucking car.
It is going to be awesome. because I'm
Yeah,
gonna-
didn't you? All right, so yesterday,
enjoy.
hold on. I know I told Joey the story.
Oh, you're gonna
gonna
tell
share
the
with the
audience.
listeners.
You're
Yeah,
gonna tell
yeah,
the
yeah,
audience
yeah.
what happened. Okay.
So I buy a grill for the truck. Yeah, I'm modding it already, guys. Boo-hoo.
I don't think anybody's even surprised.
Nobody
for
gives a
the
fuck.
As long as you don't squat it.
Yeah.
Yeah, please don't. Don't do the Carolina lean.
So, I buy the stupid grill, and he's like, "Yeah, boo, just wire it to your parking lights. It'll be fine." I open up the fucking, I pull off the one headlight, and I'm like, "All right, you're gonna be the motherfucker I use." And I'm looking around, I'm like, "Am I colorblind all of a sudden? What the fuck's going on here? Everything's fucking black. It doesn't make any sense." So I call him and send him a picture, and he's like, "Oh,
Oops.
And he tries to walk me through it, and I wind up pulling the whole fucking headlight off, all the little bullshit tape jobs they did, the whole shit off, missing headlight. So then I had to call him, and he can tell you the rest of the fucking story.
I just looked at the picture. I was just like, oh, God, just pick me up. Don't pick me up in that. Just pick me up in something else. I'll get your lights working again. But to give you credit, whoever who had the truck before you, that old socket burnt to a crisp. If I was a betting man, went to AutoZone, bought the fucking harness that they sell, and everybody that deals with AutoZone and their stupid plugs, them motherfuckers don't give a shit about you or your life or your future. No. They just throw black wire, and they hope for the best. And the back of the plug says A, B, or C, and you have to sit there like a fucking dumbass sometimes and figure out what the fuck A, B, and C are supposed to do right. So, it took us a bit, but we figured it out. And then we had to reverse two of the wires because your blinker then wouldn't turn off on the cluster.
Driver's side.
Yeah. But no, at least we got it working. And now
is
you
that?
know a little bit of, wiring.
What does that mean? You're one snap bowl away, 1 hour job turning into a 2-day ordeal?
Oh, yeah, perfect meme. It was the perfect meme that he
take
walked
you a few
into, dude.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's a 15-minute job on a piece of paper. 3 hours later.
I fucking hate this car!
It was the best that they had used these crimps.
Crimp
these,
connectors.
These crimp connectors.
Yeah.
But have you seen the cheapy ones from Harbor Freight?
Yeah.
They're see-through and they only have the little rings.
Yeah.
The little copper rings.
Uh-huh.
Okay. They use that. So when fucktard over here decided to have Hercules strength and just decided to go boop, he just fucking yanked it all off from the fucking, and just left it there with the original OEM wiring right there.
Just hang it.
If that's the one thing that scares me is wiring.
Don't worry
Because
about it.
you are-
just
you
get
are
electrocuted
one-
once or twice in life and you figure out.
one snap crimp connector away from.
A 2-hour
Damn it.
Yeah, look at
Damn
what
it.
happened with that, the RX-8, that blue guy?
Stancy pants.
Fancy pants or whatever the fuck. Allegedly, he was like, fuck fuses, fuck tape.
I was out in Gatlinburg for that ordeal.
So, you actually saw that?
Oh,
So
yeah.
you actually saw that car
Absolutely.
in real
He was
life?
he was a couple cars down from me.
No shit.
Yeah, my car wasn't in the show, but I was in the show.
Okay.
Yeah.
Was it all the hype of what the Instagram tends to?
Hype in which respect? Because there's positive and negative.
Well, let's go with the crazy positive that they keep on saying about that car.
About the crazy positive, about the negative.
I mean, I have to give him props that for the build that he made,
Mm-hmm.
he had a lot to go through that weekend, both just with trailing the car there. Because remember, too, he came all the way from Washington State. So I'll give somebody credit. You bring the car from the other side of the country.
And he drove it halfway through, right? And before he got pulled over? And so he had to get it on the trailer or some shit?
I believe it was, he trailed the car to Gatlinburg.
Okay.
And he was driving it around. And in the main area in Gatlinburg, you're technically in Pigeon Forge, and it's called Parkway. It's the main strip that goes from pretty much the convention center all the way down, and it's a family area. So you have a bunch of amusements, restaurants, hotels, X, Y, and Z. It's pretty much Ocean City, Wildwood, and Seaside, all thrown into one mountain area. In the mountains.
Damn.
You
Okay.
gotta go.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, we were already talking about it.
So you take that, and that all the way goes into Gatlinburg, which is like a downtown area, which is touristy as well. He was driving on Parkway, and the cops in that area, the 2 years I've been there, as long as you're not acting up, they don't care if you're driving with the loudest exhaust in the world, underglow,
no shit,
light show, laser beams. They don't bother you.
Laser beams.
They're legit. I've gone past many cops on the median or on the side of the road. Don't give you a second look.
Okay.
At like 12:30, 1 o'clock in the morning. Only car on the road. They don't care. As long as you're not acting up.
They don't care. Holy shit, that's actually pretty cool though.
So he's driving, and because his frame is so low to the ground,
he was scraping.
You're scraping, and you're
sparking.
sparking.
Yeah.
Cop didn't like that. Cop gave him the ultimatum, said if you don't put this car on a trailer or you don't get it off the roadway, we're towing it, and we're not going to be responsible for any damages.
That's the video. He
That's
slams
the
on the
story.
trailer.
See, that's
So
from that part is that famous video.
He had to get it on the trailer. Now, I saw a video where he's explaining why he had to get it on the trailer, and that he was like, if he didn't do it in a certain amount of time, they were just going to tow it anyway. Do I think it was legit? Do I think it was for clout? Neither here nor there. I wasn't there. I think it may have been a little bit of both.
Right.
Because, again, you have so many followers on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, wherever.
Right.
You got to live up to your name.
True.
One way or another.
Yeah.
Whether you're posting content or if you're known to be, a little on the
wild side.
On the wild side,
on the
we'll
wild
say.
side.
Yeah. But that car and the show itself had a lot of controversy around it. You guys talked about it,
Yes,
to a degree. But, he got into the show. He was allowed to park one way or another. And the car did not meet the expectations of what the show was trying to put out there, if I'm being honest.
Okay.
I'm not going to say it was a catfish as the particular company likes to use, but I think that it was more for the notoriety that he was allowed in the show because of what could have happened if he wasn't allowed in the show, if you're catching my drift.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So
sadly, one of those.
Sadly.
I
could understand both sides of the
both sides of the table. You could to a certain extent,
I
but
could, yeah.
And
again, that's just my own observation and opinion. But that's done and over with. What happened to his car? based on my training as a first responder,
right.
I'm not going to imply anything.
Right.
Do I think it was intentionally set? I don't know. I'd like to see more proof.
Yeah, because there wasn't really much shown aside from the section where that actually caught on fire online. Are you going on IG right now to check the picture? Yeah, he is. Fire. You're so stupid. I mean, because at least 50, 60, 65% of people are saying the same thing about his wiring, the famous wiring job or whatever that he did. Again, it's one of those things. They never saw the car, so I can't really put too much.
I didn't get a chance to look in the engine bay. I've only seen photos of how the car was put together. Not gonna knock the guy. How you put your car together is how you put your car together.
Yeah,
but I think
you still with the fucking audio clip?
Fire!
I think that it was a little premature to right off the bat claim arson without having all of the details.
Right.
Not saying he was wrong in thinking it was arson, but I think it was something that know the facts before you speak, because if you're wrong and you back up on it,
Yeah,
you look
then
bad.
it looks
if
worse.
you're wrong and you don't back up on it, you look bad as well.
Yeah.
So it's a lose-lose situation at that point.
Yeah.
Now, again, I don't have everything in front of me, so I can't say it
Granted,
was arson,
yes.
it was not arson, but
Yeah, these are all like hypotheticals anyway.
yeah,
at the end
yeah.
of the day, just because it's
Again,
we can't
it's-
really do too much.
yeah, you look at what you see and what's been said, and you just look at things for face value. And the other claims that were made, certain things, outside of the car.
Yeah, no, that was a
That's-
tad going crazy
that-
overboard.
I think that was completely out of line because
I'm not even gonna bother in that
No.
aspect because it's not even like
No.
remotely even car
no,
related.
there was
but
no,
it got
there was no,
no,
there was
it
no
got
reason
nasty.
for what,
It got
what people said.
yeah, it got bad. Like off the air, we'll fill you in with the
Yeah.
rest of the stuff that they were saying, but over here,
Yeah. And it was unfounded too.
that's the worst part. And you know what? You just plant the stupid seed of doubt for no apparent
It's a
reason.
game
on
of
somebody.
telephone. Somebody says something, it goes to the next person, next person, next
Yeah,
person.
that's the only like.
Down the line, it gets blown out of proportion or a completely different story.
Oh, that's the bullshit. Like mom walked the dog, and then by the time your little brother hears it, it's your mom ate the cat, the dog, and killed the goldfish with the dog. All right, no, I get it.
Sounds about right.
Yeah.
Oh my god. What else? Damn, we touched on a lot.
All right, hold on.
Oh, well.
I've been suffering with something that I've been holding on to, and I don't know how to do it except for talk about it and then do my own little therapy.
Because I told you can buy the cream in Walmart.
No,
I'm
not
just
that,
fucking with
not that. Sorry, Katie. I'm talking about the whole favoritism shows. Have you ever been to one? What do you think about it? Because I know we've all suffered that, and I don't want anybody to feel like they've been left out. If you want to talk about it, we can. If not, I got another subject. Hit it.
Go for it. I could be here all day with the ones that I've done. So-
I've been to shows that have been level across the board. I've been to shows that have shown extreme favoritism. And I think over the years, you go to a show and you see what happens and you decide, okay, I'm going to go to this show, I'm going to go to this show, I'm going to skip this show, definitely not going to this show. And I think that's also, within the last, at this point, 4 years, has led to my decision on kind of expanding and going out of the area, so to say, out of Jersey.
Suck his dick. Mama said hello.
But that's also, it's a two-part thing, too. It's you go to a show that you don't really know too many people.
Yeah.
For the sake of not only are you making you're making new connections, but you're also experiencing a new aspect. Like, I'll tell you, the first time I went down to Virginia Beach for Sumo Speed, not only was I blown away at the variety of cars in the show, but also how friendly people were, and they didn't even know you. People were walking up to you, be like, "Oh, is this your car?" and expecting like them to talk crap. It was like, "Oh, just owning a Saab. Oh, I own a Saab." And mind you, this is a full-grown adult. Whether it's a car enthusiast or not, people come, "Oh yeah, when I was 19, my uncle, he let me drive his convertible 900, and it was the best summer ever because I had the top down," and just like the stuff that you hear from people, like you feel a genuine connection because they can relate. And whether it's my car, the car next to me, a Civic, a Chevy, a Toyota, a Mazda, whatever it is, they feel that it's a unbiased space,
Right,
so
yeah.
to say, where you can have your build the way you want and you won't catch crap for it because it was your idea. It was your inspiration to do the car the way you wanted to. And when people see creativity, they see a genuine design, so to say. They appreciate that. They don't want the cookie cutter, okay, we're going to do RPF ones. They're not going to do the Starlight headliner, so to say.
Yeah.
The stuff that a lot of people have been doing the last couple years, they see something different and they appreciate it. And it's something like, at least in my opinion, something around the area we live in, unless you have X, Y, and Z,
You're not cool.
you're not cool. So, but going back to the favoritism aspect of it, unless you have X, Y, and Z, you're not getting a second look. Like a particular show I went to a couple years ago, And this was actually in 2020. It's not too long ago. So mind you, I still had the bags. I had the sunflower yellow.
Mm-hmm.
The car was pretty much how it is now. Just
Right.
Went to the show, supposed to get judged, got judged, quote unquote, air quotes.
He's doing a thing with his fingers right now.
Yeah. The good.
Yeah.
Car was judged, and when it came time to, speak with the judge,
Right.
completely uninterested. Mind you, the two people next to me, they had equal amount of stuff done, and they took home hardware, rightfully so.
Right.
But if you're going to be interested in having somebody go around their car, show the same level of interest for every car.
Yeah.
Not just because you may be friendly with this one person or that one person, or if this person has a huge Instagram following, or this person has has YouTube or
Or slamming tits. Yeah,
It's-
say it.
No.
You know
But
what
it's-
it's come down to? I mean, you can, I don't know if this already happens with you, but there's certain like shows you can like, nope, smell like shit. Not going to that one.
That's like a Richard's textbook show. I'm going to call it Richard's textbook.
You're so stupid on so many fucking levels right now. But anyway,
No, it goes without saying that when you
That
go
was
to
good.
shows, and you don't have to go to a particular show 3-4 times. You could see it the
Yeah,
second
right off
you,
the bat with the
second
first
you walk
one.
in.
Yeah.
And
sadly, but yeah.
even when you see after the show, like you think, okay, and my philosophy is, go to a show, you have fun, you hang out, you put your car out there, you have a good time.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be the first to admit there are a few shows that I attend and plan on attending this year that I legitimately like to compete in.
Okay.
And it's just something that everything that's happened in the past that prove people wrong, and you get
Yep.
it's more of a satisfaction of, this is what I did, what are you going to say now? Dare
Yeah.
to be different and shut them up. Because people like to be keyboard warriors,
All the fucking time.
but when it comes down to it, they're not going to say anything to your face, and then when you prove them wrong, there's nothing better than proving somebody wrong, and then the next year they come back and be like, hey man, I really like your car, you did a great job with it.
You got to park next to them for that.
I have.
Oh, I love that
I
feeling.
have parked next to them, and they were the ones that were talking the most crap. And then the following year, they come back, and they're like, you know what? I know I gave you a lot of crap in the past. Your car actually looks really nice. It's well put together. Great job.
That's winning.
Do you want to shout that person out? Drop his Instagram?
But like I said, it's I've told you a million times. There's just certain shows that there isn't enough money in the world you're gonna pay me that I'm gonna even put a foot in.
Richard's Magazine.
You're just stupid on so many levels.
Said
It's good.
Richard. Said Richard.
But anyway, there's, like I said, too many shows that you're just like, absolutely not. You know what I mean? It's one of those things
Yeah.
that you just can't. You can't afford to.
And there were shows, too, that you'd apply for, and you'd get, more or less, how they say left on red.
Yeah.
That's what it was. You get left on red because Instagram following is not that great. Instagram following is not that high, not great. You're not as popular, so to say, as some other people may be. And when you finally get that response, you're like, no, it's okay.
Well, I just had something like that happen. I reached out to Next Gen to figure out what their judging schedule is going to be like because, of course, that's going to be the next show. And nobody got a fucking answer from me. And then I'm like, all right, well, who are your judges? And it's these two kids with TSXs. All right, they're nice, but nothing where it's custom work molded and ridiculous amount of motor work and custom interior work that should not be in there. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's not to the level that I would expect a judge to be.
Yeah.
But again, I digress. I'm waiting on a response as to what the judging style is going to be, and nobody can answer it.
Unfortunately, unless you have set judging standards like eJudged, I know we've talked about this as well.
Shout out Ian.
Yes, good guy. I couldn't quite put my finger on this one particular year, but I'll take it on the chin. But going back, the judging of shows, is more personal taste than a particular standard. And I think that's where judging kind of gets lost with these different shows, is that they claim a judging standard, but they're really just basing the judging on your application. And companies, and you know what? And some companies do that. Some companies come out and say it right off the bat, saying, "Hey, we do 85% of our judging of these cars that are accepted to show
Right.
through the application and the pictures you submit."
And I hate that.
And well, but here's the thing. So they'll base 85% of the judging on what your submission is, but they also confirm that last 15% in person,
Seeing it in person.
when they
Oh,
walk
I
around
mean, okay.
when they walk around the show.
So you're judged
it's
before you even show up.
so you're judged because, and I see both sides of the table as well. Is that if you have, let's say, on a smaller event for some of these bigger name companies, you're looking at 600-700 cars. Okay, over 1 or 2 possibly days. So now you're looking at, let's just say on the low number, 1,200 cars.
Right.
To do 1,200 cars, and now you have to walk around with an iPad or pen and paper, and you're so slow going around that car. If you have an idea of who is in contention to potentially take home hardware, that last 15% is doing the once-over, confirming what they have, and seeing if they did anything different to raise them up above that.
Which makes
that mark.
Which makes sense. It
So,
does make sense that way.
Yes,
In that
but
math.
there's some other companies that do their judging based on the application, and
then they don't bother.
And then they don't bother, and that's the problem. Is that it could be one or two things. Either the car can be considered a quote-unquote catfish, be spectacular in photos, spectacular car application to get into the show, and then can be completely
Absolute
different.
dog
and,
shit when you
and
see it in person.
everybody sees it, but the judges don't, and then people freak out and they're like, "Why the hell did this car win when it's got this, this, and this, and this wrong with it?" But then on the other thing, people that submit their cars and they do more work to raise that bar or that level of show readiness, they're not being considered because of what they didn't have on the application that they submitted 4 or 5 months down the road. And that's the problem too, is that people need to submit these applications months and months in advance. Like the show that I was telling you I was going to go to is in April. I submitted the application in the beginning of December.
Shit.
So that's months and months down the road. But that's the risk you run, is that if you wait until everything is done, you also run the risk of not being able to get to that show because they also are capped. It's not like an outside area where, let's say, like Atco or Englishtown, where you have thousands and thousands and thousands of feet of parking space to throw cars in.
So you can't afford those last minute guys that register the night before.
Yeah, you can afford an influx, but when you have a set venue that's indoor, you're capped at X amount of cars because that's what you're working into a contract.
Oh, fuck, so I should do it soon.
Yeah. I mean, Carlisle, you're fine.
Carlisle's different.
It's just-
Carlisle, you have thousands and thousands of space on acres
They
of
just
property.
they just help you save a little money if you do it earlier
Yeah.
by
Carlisle
registering.
is my Z Nationals. I have to go.
Well, yeah. There's that.
But whether you buy your you pay for your show field registration now, or you do it when you roll up the day of, because I've done that too. There's no difference. It makes no difference at all. The only difference is going to be you're going to be saving a few bucks if you buy.
Me
before
personally,
New Year's.
they have the trailer parking up on top of the hill.
Yeah.
So for me, they just my registration is already discounted, and what I would pay normally for trailer parking is also discounted. So I'm saving like $30,
Yeah.
$30-$40.
That's
which,
all it is. It's just
I mean-
you're saving a dollar amount. It doesn't make any difference as far as the judging, because remember, Carlisle is going through e-judged, and that they have
that's
their own pavilion.
That's drive-through. Still drive-through judging,
Drive-through,
correct?
yeah.
Oh.
Yep. The pavilion,
I'm
the
excited
lights.
about that one. Oh man, just be nice.
Tell me that story.
No, they already told Ian to fuck with you a little bit. Make you sweat. Make you.
Oh,
go
he's gonna
run
make
to-
me sweat
make,
once he sees
make
the
you
banner
go,
on the car.
Make you. Oh yeah, he's gonna fuck with you. He's gonna fuck. He goes. Oh, he's gonna probably be like, about time. So stupid like that. But him, we specifically. The
White
second
glove,
we told him, like,
that's
yo,
it.
we converted him. He was rap, and then he went big boy. He went paint.
Yeah.
He was like, yo, for real? He got me, yeah. So what do you want? I'm like, yeah, just fuck with him a little bit. He goes, okay.
I already have a plan for what I'm going to do with this guy. I'm going to say, show me your gloves. And the second they come out, snatching them from his hand and putting them in my underwear.
No.
And then you could sexually assault me if you want him back.
That's why he's going to have a second set.
But
He'll go on the other, he'll go in the back.
but honestly, you want to know what I love about the drive-through judging? Is that you go in battle ready. Like you don't have, time to clean the car and wipe it down. You see when the normal shows, you see the judge walking down the aisle. You're just like, you do a quick little dirt. There's a fly in the window. Get out of here. That type of shit. Over there, no. When they call you, listen, hey, 3:35, you better be at the damn lineup. Everybody that's in your fucking class.
You'll be wiping your car down at 3:30 before you roll in. Because once you're under that pavilion, open up, get everything ready to go, step back, and then you're essentially following the judge. And you're going to be telling them everything that the judge can't see. It's
been a while since I personally went to that car lot for import. There's just still like 2 or 3 like that do the walk around while you're talking to one of them, or
depending on how busy they are, there'll be one or two.
So
There'll be like 1 or 2. Yeah, but there's one judge that is actually going through the entire scale: exterior, rims or wheels, paint/wrap, underbody, wheel wells, suspension, the whole 9 yards. And the grading system, the way it's set up, you know this, is set up so if you have a wild car like yours, Snuff, where you have the Z, or if you have a completely resto mod, preserved, old school Aston Martin, or even if you want to take in like a classic, like just for instance, like a classic Saab. Museum quality, they score based on that as well. It's different parameters, and you're not going to be judged to see if you have, bags or not with the suspension. But if it's a restored car or if it's a preserved museum quality car, they're all getting judged fairly.
That's why whenever we've like talked about examples, I usually always go back to just the way they've done it, because so far, you gotta remember these guys came up with the rest of us. The only difference is that they stopped showing and became the actual judges. So what happens is, at the end of the day, they've been through it. They were showing their own cars with their own teams for years.
Ian was on a team?
Yeah. They had WR team.
English. What's that mean?
That was the name of their team. WR team.
What?
It was you gotta remember they've been out longer than even C4 ever was. So when I was starting, they're already like maybe 7-8 years in.
What's WR?
WR was their team. I never fucking asked them what the hell it stood for. That was their team. When they showed up, bro, they showed up, and they weren't crazy numbers. But they were like the 8 or like 10 meanest looking fucking cars
maxed out
that you would ever find, and they would take it.
Huh?
They would take it. That's why they remember me, because they remember me showing up with my mom and my dad and like a few knuckleheads with me at like PA, because PA used to be their turf for the shows. Always treated us cool. Always treated us nice. We were the Jersey we were the Jersey crew. Kind of,
that floated around over there.
Getting our feet wet a little bit in PA, but they always treated us nice. They always treated us with respect. I remember them even like, hey, you guys want water?
One of those.
And these guys were top of the top when it came to their car builds.
Did Ian have a build?
Yeah, he even had a car himself. He had a few. Right now, if you were to kill me right now, I'll have to go back to the pictures, to be honest, because the man went through a few. To be honest.
Do you remember anything off the top of your head?
The late Baker, God rest in peace, I miss that dude. He had a mean XB.
Scion?
Yeah, man. And before that, a Scion X, the TC.
Ugh, I'm so.
And when I tell you, on point.
Like a TRD type deal or what?
He fucked TRD. He wiped his ass with TRD. The car went to SEMA.
What?
It was a TC. That's what I always told you when you had the TC. What did I always tell you?
This could be something cool.
This could be something cool. What the fucking I talk out of my ass? I talk to just fucking talk.
Would you rather me keep the Scion TC or the truck?
I mean, you can't really pull much for the TC now that we're talking about it now, asshole. But
Maybe a go-kart.
Maybe.
but you know,
Hook up a go-kart?
the brain fart was even before this whole truck appeared out of nowhere that you were gonna either do something unique to it and have 2 cars.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just, you know, the truck presented itself and you went fucking apeshit for it. And you're
It's
a truck guy.
cool.
And you're a truck guy now with a V10.
Almost bought a Cadillac this morning.
Easy there.
You think I'm fucking with you? Ask him.
He found like a V6 for like 10 grand. He was like excited as fuck about it. I was like,
Where are you putting these cars?
Your house.
the street.
I mean, I got the lot across the street, so.
Do what I do. Just rent a lot for 4 parking cars and park the other ones in all over the streets. But you know, going back a little bit to the shows, just to it sucks when they do the judging based on strictly what you post online, and they don't waste their time after that.
Yeah. And I would respect more if a company would come out and say flat out, hey, this is how we do our judging. Because you know what? At least you see a little transparency from a company.
It's true. At least you
And-
know what
and-
you're setting yourself up for.
Exactly. Because if you're standing around your car for 6 out of 8 hours of the show waiting for a judge to walk around, and the judge doesn't walk around, be like, well, what the hell?
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
if they do it and then they're like, okay, and they do happen to do like a casual walk around just to say like, oh, okay, this is the car that I saw I really liked, or this is the car that we really think is in contention for like say like
Yeah.
best Euro, best wheels, best this or that. Okay, you get it. But
You know,
at least be honest with people, because
yeah,
there are
like it
companies
wouldn't
that- they're
kill them
companies-
to be. It wouldn't kill them to be.
No, 'cause-
because there's even been shows that I've gone to, and they've had their kids do the judging.
like a Kids
Listen,
Choice
that's
Award.
fine.
Yeah.
Do a Kids Choice Award. That's fine. 100% understandable. That's cute and everything.
Yeah.
else.
Oh yeah.
Not when it's actual judging, like first, second, and third.
Yep.
The 4-year-old,
Little
really.
Johnny. Yeah.
Little Johnny's gonna know what the fucking supercharger is,
Yeah.
and I have to break down my speech to a 4-year-old that has the attention span of a peanut.
What?
I don't like, and I've been stuck in that situation.
Yeah.
That's why I was like, you know what, this brand can go fuck themselves. I'm never wasting my money again because to begin with, they're not fucking that cheap.
Yeah.
You're blowing fucking $70-$80 to get into this shit.
Will you tell me who this was off?
Obviously, I will say it all off air.
Say it now.
No, absolutely not. But you know what? It comes down to in my brain fart is that I work way too hard for my money. I work way too hard for the mods and the ideas and the brain farts and everything else. I try to pick out. I'm not saying I want to go to the best shows in the fucking world because I don't care. I want to go to the most correct shows.
You want a quality show over quantity.
Thank you. Because if they're basing it off fucking a form that you do online, paper holds all the ink in the world, bro. I can sit, if I know they're not going to look at my car, I'm saying I have a 2JZ swap in my fucking Trailblazer. Who the fuck are you? You're not going to come look at my shit anyway.
Making 1,000 horsepower at the wheels.
I will Photoshop a dyno sheet that you will be, holy hell, that is the fastest fucking Sonic car in the world.
Yeah.
Who are you? You're going to come asking me questions?
No.
And say about my flux capacitor is connected to my fucking oil cooler, and like, you're not. That's what end of the day pisses you off in some of these shows. That you do tend to, they'll send me a list. Hey, 20 shows. Out of the 20 shows, I will bet your ass we'll do 7. And out of those 7s, 1 we're gonna regret.
Okay.
Because it never fails.
There's always that one show.
There's always that one
doesn't
show.
meet the expectations of what you're looking to do. It's a guarantee, but that's part of life because you just go.
But
to
it
a
happened
show.
to us last year. You got full frontal,
Yeah, that's true.
tit in the face for it.
You heard about that, right?
We talked that day. We were talking when
I
it
was
happened.
So mad.
Yeah, you texted me.
And a
But
few
that's-
other ones that
but what,
didn't
But
win.
what did I say though? I said, don't be surprised because that's the thing I was telling you is that if you go into a show with zero expectation, you go there, you make your car look the best it possibly can. Regardless if you win something or not, you walk away and you be like, you know what? I have a beast of a car. It's unique, and if it's something that they don't like, screw them.
But it's like I've always told you, if you lose, you lose like gratefully. You lose happy. Yeah. Why? The car that beat you deserved it. Because you can't. I mean, everybody thinks their car is dope. Everybody thinks their car is the shit. Deep down inside, everybody likes their own car and has pride. Why? Because everybody has pride in their own build. But you got to realize when you go into a show, you have to leave that at the door. Mm-hmm. And you can't be in there thinking, I'm King Big Dick. Because one, that's how technically you get your ass handed and people get mad. Why? I've seen it. Yeah. I've seen it firsthand with old team members. I used to be in the team. Key word in this entire statement. Used to be key team members. Why? Because they get mad that they thought they deserved it when, you didn't. The car that won you won because it had more mods. Because there's a different mentality that's, that's why I'm trying to break it down.
Each splitter is not a fucking mod.
No. Triggered. Still triggered. No. See, that's a different thing because that's getting played. Why? Because you can't base, oh my God, mods, because you got Arrow. I've said it a million times, nigga. I've told you a million times, I'll say it a million times more. You can't base those type of mods literally to what you did to the Z. You can't.
It's like comparing apples to oranges.
Yes. And you know what? Let's forget everything. Let's just forget everything that both your cars have. Okay? Paint alone. Do I need to say more?
Nope.
That's where you see and you get the bad taste in your mouth. Like I said, I always warned you. I always warned you since day one.
And that's why, too, when we were talking, I said to you, and I know you're going to remember this, if you want a true judging experience, Carlisle is your show. Because, and I
Damn,
said...
and I even told you that without me even knowing.
And and I sent you the judging standards, too. And you were like, holy shit, wow. And you were surprised because they cover every aspect. But that's how the judging, it's legit. I lost 1 year for mud on my fender liners. But I was also parked on the show field during a downpour. So when I was coming out of the spot, I slung a little mud. I kid you not.
Joey, look at his eyeballs.
Yeah.
They're popping out of his head.
I lost points for mud on my fender liners. And given this was the first year I actually did e-judge, so I was genuinely curious. I was like, hey, can you just tell me where I lost points so I know what to do better on next year? Because I wanted to learn, and that's where my eyes were opened. Certain things here and there, and the one big thing I lost points on was that mud in the wheel wells.
What'd you think? I told you this because you thought I was exaggerating?
That's why anytime you see me at a show, before I air out, you'll see me with the tire shine spraying the inside of the fender liners. By the way, you use Meguiar's foaming tire shine on the fender liners.
Tits. Just do the quick little wipe afterwards.
Mint. Yep.
It's like a silicone, so all the debris does tend to run off.
Yeah, and it gives it that nice deep shine. If you have a what is that? That plastic.
Yes.
That black or
yes,
the gray.
The just black from Meguiar's.
No. The fender liner itself. It's like black or gray.
Yes,
that plastic.
Yes.
Shines it up really nice, and it actually adds a lot of depth inside of that wheel well. Oh yeah.
Little tricks you learn along the way, bro. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
He's gonna be having an aneurysm before his time is up to go judge. Watch you. I got money bet. He's gonna run to the bathroom at least twice. Hopefully we're parked close, because the bathroom's far.
Anyway.
But that's what I say is that don't let that one show leave a really bad taste in your mouth, because again, the judging in that respect is incredibly subjective. So it's what somebody's taste is for that particular car, whether it be domestic, import, Euro, classic, truck, whatever. That aspect is going to be purely subjective. Same as with People's Choice Awards. It's subjective. A lot of people are going to favor one car over another based on mods or what they see catches their eye. Subjective. Judging standards takes all of that off the table and these guys are trained specifically for
And what to
this
look
situation.
for
Exactly.
specifically in certain cars. That's why you'll never see the same guy, let's say, judging Saabs and then judging trucks. It's usually one guy that either had one in the past, competed with one in the past, knows their ins and outs of, like, let's say, mini trucking, but knows the overall of trucks.
Yeah, they're not like if like this person's judging the Saabs, they're not a Saab tech, but they know well enough about the Saabs to know
even
when
ask you a few questions.
something you're saying is legit or something is BS, and they'll catch you on it as well. That's why hey, you got your mod list. Just be honest and just be thorough.
Yeah. What do you think? I told you this. Thought I was exaggerating a little bit.
I thought you were. Yeah, I did.
But but that's the thing is that going into it, I had no idea going into this aspect of things, into the whole judging aspect of
Yeah.
shows. You know, it's something that I went into blind. At least you can see, you know, Sonic has had years and years and years of experience compared to what I've been through. Not to mention,
And the
you know,
first
all
time
the
I lost, man,
connections.
the guy's glove was brown because I never cleaned my splash guards. Something simple like a fucking splash guard, because half of these guys, you gotta remember, they are working quickly. They will listen to you. You know what I mean? They'll listen to your speech.
Massage my car with white gloves on.
Yeah, they'll do the maybe not the exterior, because granted they're not that stupid. They know you're gonna wipe that down. But maybe when you go to open your door, the jam, they'll just do a quick little with the finger, just to see what it comes out.
Yeah. Don't
Then
forget those door jams.
Yeah, people
forget 'em.
forget about the door jams. You do a quick wipe.
Yeah.
You do a quick wipe and you're set. You're set. You don't have to sit there and cut it back with compound. Let's be for real. It's a door jam, bro. There's no dirt in there. There's a
If
little
you,
bit of dust.
when you wash your car, if you wipe that down, because remember, the soap's going down the door jam anyway. It's going to be wet.
Yeah.
You wipe it down, you dry it.
Done.
Takes what, 5 minutes? An extra 5 minutes. Wipe down the door jams, the seals around the trunk and the hood.
Like I said, the only thing you have to worry about is, like I said, a little bit of the door jam, fender liner if you have it, or since you have the wheels, they won't go to the lip because they know you're gonna polish that. They'll probably stick their finger a little bit and try to hit the back, like the center of.
Backside of the spoke.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So just a quick little.
Yeah.
That's it. But it's like I said, those are little tips and tricks you learn along the way. Because again, the first time I lost points, bro, the guys, when I saw the guy walking with a glove, I was like, yo, what the fuck is this about? That one kid was like, oh man, you don't know? I go, what? Cavity search? Like, what the? He goes, nah, man, they're going to be checking to make sure your car's clean.
Yeah.
Bro, they went like that, brown. And then when I popped my motor, they don't see everything you clean up top. No, these
look
motherfuckers
down.
reach. They reach.
Oh yeah. And that's where I lost points too a couple years ago with that mud.
Where the coolant tank is and all that mess of shit.
They looked down and they're like, yeah, you lost points for dirt here, here, and here. And I looked down and it was literally, you had to actually
Like, no, work.
head
Like
over the engine bay and look down into these crevices.
You know what? I'm glad somebody else is telling you the same shit. For real, dude.
So I gotta go for a full body detail before we.
Yeah,
go
but
on
you
the
know
show.
what? A full body detail is never going to cover that stuff. That's shit you have to do.
Fuck you, no, I'm gonna tell them to do it.
They never will. They never will. You got to remember, you can only pay a detailer so much to detail. End of the day, it's going to come down to you. And you got to remember, you can detail the whole car. Yeah, it's great, bro. But we're still driving to the place.
I'll be the first one to admit, I bring my car in to get, top to bottom, just checked over, make sure everything's straightened out, like clean, detailed, and whatnot. I'll make sure that it's and then when I get out there, I'm like a mental patient.
Anyway.
I'm like a mental patient at the hotel. You'll see it. I'll have all my stuff out. I'll have everything. I'll bring all my brushes. I'll bring short of bringing my buckets to wash the car, I'll have everything with me.
Dude,
Everything with me.
I got a cleaning caddy on wheels.
Yeah.
It's about yay big. Honest to God. I have it in the basement, ready to rock and roll. Or I have the humongous duffel bag from Maguire's.
When we go,
That weighs like 40 pounds.
I got the stuff because I went to wash the car this past weekend. I'll show you the stuff that's in the trunk, between the towels and all the chemicals and stuff that I use.
These are mental. Got it.
But you know what though?
It's
The hard
win
work,
trophies.
but it's not about that. It's not about winning the trophy. For me, and I'm sure you feel the same way, Sonic. It's putting your hobby and your pride out there in the best possible way,
Yes.
and showing that you wanna, not that you wanna be looked at,
No, you know what? You gotta show the professionalism.
but exactly, yes. Couldn't have said it better.
You gotta show your professionalism. You show up and that car is like top to bottom fucking clean. They're gonna tell you, be like, yo, nice fucking job. And it feels good in the sense that these are guys that do this for a living, and they go from the East Coast to the Midwest to Central to all the way to West Coast, everything, doing shows.
Yeah.
How many times do they really say that to somebody? They're not gonna tell it to somebody to make them fucking feel good. No. They don't give a flying fuck. Let's be for real.
Because if you show that you care enough to go to that next
They
level,
remember you for the next one.
yeah. I went last year. I had the new wrap. I showed up. I pulled up. I opened everything up. He's like, your car was a different color last year, right? Yeah. But that little thing they remember. And even if you don't change a lot of stuff on the car, little things here and there can trigger them remembering you and your car. Whether it be certain aspects of the car or just even just your personality talking to them.
Number one thing is, and it's always cool to get this far in already with Blue. When, all right, they're done judging. They'll come back, they'll shake my hand and be like, it's always good to judge this. That's it.
Yeah.
I mean, now it's like, it tends to sometimes even be a running joke because I put so much shit in the truck sometimes that they'll be like, hey, Sonic, I'm just here to do you a solid. Just tell me what you did new. So I don't have to do the whole fucking spiel of speech. Because I know the speech by memory. I can tell you verbatim, with my eyes closed, what Blue has. Inside, outside, underneath, everything. It's a speech. You memorize it. You memorize it, and you memorize it. And then, I don't know if it happens to you, but if I forget something, I get mad.
Oh, there's stuff that I've forgotten.
And Amanda's like, babe, really? Like, I'm pretty sure they saw it. I'm like, no, they didn't. You don't understand.
I'll forget to mention something. I'll be driving out of the pavilion and it'll hit me.
Yeah, I'll be
and I'm
like, fuck.
Yeah.
Trust me, it's gonna happen to you, and you're just gonna come back and remember and laugh. Yeah. You're gonna laugh because it's gonna happen to you. It is. I guarantee it. I bet money on it.
And even too with, you know, and I've seen it firsthand happen to some people that I know, in that they've gotten judged, but they go about it the wrong way, and they open up their car and they expect a judge to fucking ooh and ah over it,
And they don't.
and the judges.
Oh, Boogie told me that.
And the judges are for like e-judged. The judges are going to just look at your car, no expression. Once they're done judging, then you see the personality and be like, okay, cool car, you know, oh, I really like this, I really like that. When they're judging, professional mode on, out. They have a job to do, and they hold zero, whether it's Ian or whoever, and they're judging.
Or
they're judging Sonic's
whether
truck,
they've known me
it's
for
business.
years,
It's a
or whether I'm a
business.
brand new kid that just showed up with a truck. But that's what I love about them. Because it still, to this day, isn't favoritism.
Exactly.
It's still based on mods.
Yeah.
Whether I'm an OG that's been doing it forever, or a fucking newbie fresh with diapers about to roll into a fucking big boy show, they're gonna treat us the same. Yeah. Only when that iPad is done and they bring it down is when they give you a hug. How's everybody? How's the team? Good to see this out. About fucking time. I mean, they'll make a joke. Yeah. But then you gotta go, because then behind you is the same other car that they gotta go in. Yeah. Because you go in by class and at the time frame that they ask. So, argument's sake, I'm there with Red. Everything that's a Euro BMW, or unless they throw BMWs and Volkswagens together, I don't know how that works yet.
Yeah, but if you got to go at 1 o'clock, then you and potentially
15,
15,
20 other
others,
cars
yeah.
in your same.
Yeah. They'll be all lined up, and it's just like car out, move up, car out, move up.
Yeah.
Or if the other aisles are not too busy, then they'll have 3 cars being judged at once, move all 3 out, and the next 3 come in.
So now what happens is, so hold on. You get out your car,
Yeah.
and you just walk into the field, and
They'll-
you have a dirt print on your carpet. Are they going to lose their minds? Or do you get like 4 seconds to wipe it down before they look at it?
You want me to tell you? You want me to actually?
Yeah.
Little trick that I learned.
Yeah.
Socks.
Fuck you. No way.
Yeah. Take your
I'll
sneakers off.
I'll take my shoes off, and I'll either leave my shoes on the floor, because remember I have the rubber floor mats.
People listening are gonna be like, "Holy shit! These motherfuckers take off their shoes."
You don't
I
do
can
that.
hear
But
it now.
But you know what?
Yeah,
When you're
depending on the
scrutinized,
show, yeah, I will.
When you're scrutinized to that degree, I've actually too.
I ain't bringing dirt in that car.
It was raining out the one year. I actually took my shoes off and put them in a shopping bag.
You got to remember one thing.
But you gotta realize too is that when you're going up there, you're essentially getting judged as if the judge was coming to you, but you're driving to them. So anything that happens along the way between your parking spot and that pavilion, you better make sure you get squared away before you go into that pavilion.
Yeah. The only thing they're gonna tell you is, "All right, open everything up."
I
So,
forgot to
you know,
I forgot to put out my Euro plate the one year. Did it negatively affect me? No, but I was like,
It's
I
a
forgot
personal thing that
I-
you-
it was
yeah,
personal because
that's
it's
gonna
part
bother
of the,
you.
It's part of the display. But that's the thing is that there's so many things that you might be thinking of in that moment. All you need to be thinking of is just, is the car clean? Mm-hmm. Is it presentable? And what am I gonna say? And that's why, like,
Yep.
even too, like when I roll up, like, I'm not gonna lie, it's a little nerve-wracking.
It's always nerve-wracking, bro.
little
But those
nerve-wracking.
butterflies, ooh, they're for me.
Because you don't want to
millions.
say the wrong thing, or you don't want to forget anything, so you have a million things on your mind that you want to cover. Because again, a car like yours, you did a laundry list of things, and you have
What?
all of that to say.
5, 10. No, I would say like 10 to 15 minutes,
Yeah,
roughly,
yeah,
to say your entire speech that you have memorized.
yeah.
Here's my notes. You're going to hate me right now.
But
Yeah.
tell me no that those butterflies though aren't worth it, man.
Oh,
They're
it's worth
fucking
it.
worth
100% worth it. Yeah.
This is where I am.
See, that's good.
And that's not even counting the new shit that just went on it.
Good.
No, but having a list like this, it helps out tremendously. Not only for the e-judged, but also too when you start applying to other shows and they want
Or even for
intricate-
sponsorships.
Yeah, sponsorships. They want a mod list, and they want a mod list like
Like
this.
long. They're not.
Well, you know it. You both know
Yeah,
with
yeah.
McGuire's.
Yeah.
How tedious was that process?
Jesus Christ, McGuire's turned me down like 2-3 times.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I got
my
turned.
first shot. It was no big deal.
I got turned down once before, but yeah, having the list helps because not only use it as reference,
That is good. That's on point.
but having a list and then also explaining everything to the judge and talking casually, it helps because you're not just reading your entire speech from your phone.
Yeah.
Because you're not going to, because that's what they also want. They want to see your personality. They want to see your passion into your build.
Okay.
So if they see that, hey, the guy's lively, the girl's lively, whoever it is,
yeah.
they're showing passion for their hobby, they respect that.
Okay.
They respect that, and not that it would sway the judging, but at least it's not just you're showing up because you have to show up.
Yeah.
You're not
exactly.
doing it because it's just something to do, and you don't seem miserable doing it. You're actually enjoying what you do.
Like I said, once we start getting closer to that date, the only way I would tell you you'll be able to memorize that entire list is when you're walking around your car and you can casually talk to them and be like, yeah, so I kind of started with this, and then from there I kind of did this and this, and you can kind of see this here, to explain the cooler stuff, and just you work all the way around, and when you come back into the front of your own car, is you can dive into the performance stuff, and once you're out of the performance, you come back out, and then you do all your interior stuff, and ta-da, you're done. And before you know it, you did a 200-part list
In 5 minutes.
in 5, 10, maybe 10, maybe 10.
That's how fast. And you'll be surprised. It might be 10 minutes, it might be 5 minutes, but you know what?
It's gonna
feels
feel
30
like
seconds.
5 seconds to you.
Yep.
When you get back in your car and you're rolling out of the pavilion back down
Yeah.
to go to your spot
You're
again.
looking in your rearview mirror, you're like, am I done already? Is that it?
Yeah, it happens.
Yeah.
It happens.
Your chest has to be pounding the whole
Oh yeah, but you know, I've always said this: the second you're about to get judged, and you're not feeling anything, retire. The hobby's no longer for you.
Yeah.
It's no longer enjoyable.
It means you're bored.
I'm jittery.
Because I can sit here and just think about it and be excited.
But right there, you said you're jittery about it. That is what you should be feeling. Us
Exactly.
talking about this right now should make you feel that way. If we're talking about a particular show or a particular
I'm pretty sure
event
he
or
even has
whatever,
a chubby Joey.
I see a little
kinda
bit.
growing.
I
It's
can
kinda
see
growing.
I can see a little thing. But if you don't feel it, you know subconsciously you're not going to enjoy it.
Yeah.
Like if you're thinking about an event months and months down the road and you have a dread about it, or you're thinking like, all right, let's just get through this one. Nope, you're not going to enjoy it.
Yeah.
And I could attest to that. On a few instances.
There's always been that
over
one
the last
show.
2 years. Not that I didn't want to go to the show, but just circumstances around it. I'll leave it at that.
Yeah. Understandable.
I'll leave it at that.
We've touched on a lot today.
Yeah, actually, this is going to be by far one of our longest episodes in the season because we're about to hit the 2-hour mark. So I congratulate you. This has been a fun because actually it didn't even feel like 2 hours.
All right, let's plug Eddie.
So we have our lovely member Eddie with the Ford Probe. He is part of Tuner Battlegrounds. So definitely I'm going to be doing a link on the website so you guys can go vote. You can vote daily. It would be much appreciated if you did. Hopefully you guys like the car and you vote. And if you're not, fuck you. Vote anyway. Podcast
his
at
IG.
c4lifestyle.com. That is currently the website where you're going to be seeing behind the scenes of some of the stuff that goes, quite honestly, behind the scenes of the podcast. And all our links, all our blog entries, everything's going to be listed there. So again, it's podcast at c4lifestyle.com. Also, we're going to plug in Mr. Joey. You can check out his famous fake taxi and that beautiful face of his that you just want to fuck. I'm kidding. Joey Rizz 05 at
not
Instagram.
kidding.
No, we're not kidding. We're going to rape you right after the show ends, bro. You kidding me?
Hell! Fire!
So make sure to check that out. Bag of chips, and that's about it.
Going. That's it.
All right. Thank you, everybody, for listening. As always, been a blast. Hope you enjoyed the episode, and hopefully we can muzzle fuck this guy a little bit more in here because it was good. It
Yeah,
was
I
good.
like that. I like this flow.
I like the flow with Joey in here. So
Well,
let's
thank
see.
you for having me.
So, no, thank you
Definitely
for coming out. I appreciate it. And that's pretty much it. No poll questions for this time, but we'll see what happens on the next episode. Stay tuned. So as always, my friends, thank you everybody for listening, and keep it custom, my friends.
Life is too short to stay.
Come on. Oh, I thought you were gonna say it.
No. Run it back. Hit it.
All right, because life's way too short to stay stuck.
Later, babe.